Empress, Chakra, Rare Bird.
It's been a long time coming for all of us, not just for me. This is about us. There's no more me and I, but we. Can we all agree upon that? Yes.
Right.
Because without we, there cannot be an us, and definitely without us, there could not be an I. So I'm grateful in my own right. I said I was going to stick with the programs as much as I can. Yes, good. I just need that program so I can remember what I'm supposed to be doing. That's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you. That's me right there. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to keep looking at it. Okay. This is our show. This is the best show in the world.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why too many people didn't think about being here today. They missed it, didn't they? And those who were supposed to get it, supposed to be here, you're here. Give yourself a hand. Because see, what's going to happen is when y'all leave up out of here, you're going to be a light for everybody else who didn't show up. For whatever reason, they didn't show up. It's okay. Because our light is going to shine brighter when we leave out of here. I want to talk a little bit about healing the wounded wounds and the rebirthing of the nations. As I look around, our women been oppressed, counted out, fruits of our labor has been taken by the bearing of our children that we brought into the world. We populated the world. The world has sucked off our breast. And I'm talking about every race and creed and in between. Used us, abused us, talked down to us, discounted us, taken everything that we've had in our essence. Our divinity was hid from us. Our identity was hid from us. Made us walk the red carpet through buildings that has these crosses that are imbalanced, that choke the feminine energy. Because if you don't understand, everything is energy.
Yes, come on.
So you look at that cross, and I challenge you to go look at it. And you'll see how the spell was cast. And every time I see any of our people with it. I just choke up. There's a lot of defending that cross. And be ridiculed if you say something against it. Something that's crammed down our throats to cause us to lose our way. All the mothers who have dedicated their children to the Lord.
Come on now.
And I'm baptized in a secondary water with chlorine, fluoride, and whatever else is in it. When the baby came out of our wombs, it was in the purest water it could ever be in. And ain't nothing on this earth, on this realm, could ever be it. And we walked down the red carpet, and we have this building with the steeple or the cross on it. That's imbalanced for a reason. It stops right here at the throat chakra. Look at it. It means that you're going to shut up that feminine energy, because the feminine energy is on the top. And if you notice, the bottom of the cross is long. That represents lower nature. And so the imbalance keeps perpetrating itself over and over and over again for centuries, for generations. But I tell you, where's my little girl at? Why is she sitting back there in the back? Bring her up here to the front. As a matter of fact, I need this front row to move and let the children sit on the front row. Where's the other little girls? What are these little children? We're gonna do some rearranging. Bring them up here. Bring them up. Sit down up here. Sit down, babies, right there. Fly home. Y'all share. That's right. Just kind of lean up in there. Now, that ain't that proper. Thank you. Y'all didn't have to move it. See, you was willing to give it up.
Come on now.
And it came back to you. You better recognize the spirit. You better recognize anything you want to give up, it'll come back to you. But if you hold on to it too tight, you ain't going to get nothing with a closed fist. So thank you for being obedient to the spirit. Thank you.
It is so.
Just hold on to this one. Just touch. Just sit there.
Yes. Yes.
Just sit there.
Yes. what I'm
I
talking
thought
about.
I was getting a bigger stage, but maybe I don't need one. We all up here generating energy.
Yes, come on now.
We was all cramped up in one lifestyle, and you know, when you used to be in one bedroom houses.
Come on now.
I know my grandma had them. You might have had a second bedroom. But we all climbed in that bed with them quilts.
Yeah, come on now.
That's where I come from. Okay? I'm not gonna sit up here like I done been with a silver spoon in my mouth, although grandma's spoon was the best spoon. You know, and then you can't beat that.
No.
But what I'm saying is that, you know, we done got too high and mighty with our essence in our being, and that's where we've lost our way. And these children right here, they ain't buying it.
That's right.
They coming out different.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yeah.
Don't cram that stuff down their throat, that tradition of somebody else's. Come back home to oneself. Now, I wanted to go back to that cross. And, you know, how many of you walk down the aisle of the churches and they got the red carpet and you don't see very many men in the church? I'm glad. How many of you suffered because you wouldn't go to church and got ridiculed? You know, it's something about a man coming down and bowing down to a preacher
Come on now.
that's got his wife in the church, frying him chicken, giving him the money that he worked hard for. And we got to pay our tithes, and we got to, you know, pastor's aid and all that stuff that that's not our tradition.
No.
Because Malachi 3:7 says, bring her. And that's where the confusion got in at. See, they knocked the S off of he. I'm going to tell the truth and shame the devil today. Because when we leave out here, we're not going to be the same. Because I'm going to tell the truth whether you like me or not. Because I was one of them women. You know, I learned as I got seasoned before I became a widow that, you know, let my husband alone. He come when he want to come. And I still was in honor. And he passed with him and I still being in honor. But a lot of us got to learn to shed that old stuff that was crammed down our throat. So when you go walking down that aisle, it's a ritual. And if you look on each side of the pulpit, that's a fallopian tube. And if you go down that red aisle, that's the womb.
Come on now.
The bloody womb. And you go on down to the altar and you're kneeling, then you're performing something.
Come on now.
And you ought to leave that to your imagination.
Come on now.
Because we got children in the house. So the next time you step in, take a look. You might want to walk on back out. Because when you know the truth, you can't know it, can't not know it anymore. You can't ignore it. So I done messed up a whole lot of you already. And that's okay. Because there's something better on the other side for you. And then we have our babies and we get married in the church. And we keep getting further and digging a ditch deeper for ourselves. Spiritually is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Because once you die spiritually and you give up your divinity to a religion that's false and that's beneath you, then you lose all others, like financially, because they're going to rob you. Not only spiritually, but they're going to rob you financially. And everybody get a turn. And all your fruits of your labor, every time you produce something out of your loins, they take it.
Yes.
Baptize it as though your water's not good enough. As though your milk is not good enough. And you're not worthy to have this, so we're going to take control of it by giving it a birth certificate. And it goes to generational curses of giving up our precious children to them. So now you're in a state of unconsciousness on top of the state of that don't even exist. I did my homework. Go do yours. I can prove it.
Come on.
Go ask what the state of Florida is. And stand at the Secretary of State until you get an answer. I did. I sit for an hour and a half. And I guess they was watching me on camera to see if I would just get up and leave. But I nicely sit there.
Nice.
Because a lot of times we don't want to patiently wait on the devil to show up and give you what you came for.
Wow.
Because he know the truth. And you're right, he got to give it up. Or she. So in Malachi, but a man robbed God. Who is God? What is God? Those of you all who were at the park yesterday heard who God is. Who don't know who God is in the house? Because we going to tell you if you don't know. There is no such thing as goddess. It's wordsmith. Godless. You knock that loop off and straighten it out. It's godless. So we understand that in there, if a man robbed God, and we asking who is God, and what is being robbed of God. And so folks ask me, are you religious? Do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in the Holy Spirit? I said, yeah, I believe in Jesus, God, Bob, and the devil too, because I'm all of it. I'm everyone and every man. And so I always tell the religious people, I'm gentle with them because you don't want to shake them too fast because they might be hospitalized in some back room somewhere on psychotropic drugs or something. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take it slow like the little children. Because in their divinity, that's what they are spiritually. It's little children. And so when they start coming at you because you got your hair wrapped and your feathers on and you're looking different from them, then I'm going to tell you how when I'm over 100%. You ready? Okay. So I say, you're beautifully and you're wonderfully made and you're a gift from heaven. And you was created in the image of your creator and your creators. Okay? And I say, if you was wonderfully and beautifully made, then who made you? And if you gave a gift from heaven, where is heaven at? Then they get them to thinking, right? And they point up in the sky. And inside of me, God, where's God at? Where's heaven? Oh, inside. Where's God at? Up there in the sky. I say, okay. I say, well, just listen to the concept just a little bit and just be open-minded. I say, if you was beautifully and wonderfully made and you're a gift from heaven, who made you? Jesus did. I said, well, how about your mother and your father?
Whoa.
Did your mother and father, was Jesus in the bed with them when you was created? I mean, just think about that for a minute. Y'all laughing. Look, I'm just getting somewhere now. And I say, yeah, I guess that's right. I say, okay, so they beautifully and wonderfully made you in the loving image of themselves and in the image of God. And you are a gift from heaven. I said, well, where's heaven at? Up in the sky? I said, you didn't come from the sky. Didn't you come from your mama's womb? Right. I said, yeah. I said, well, if you're a gift from heaven, where's heaven at?
Come on now.
In the womb of the mama. Where else you coming from? And who created you and brought you forth? So who's God? She is. Why is it so hard to worship her? And if you're going to bow down and worship somebody, you ought to be bowed down and worshiping your mamas. Stop disrespecting them.
Yeah.
I don't get an argument. Anybody oppose what I just said? Because that's the natural order of things. To go back to nature. Like we did yesterday. Go back to nature. Nature is the order of things. She is the order of things. That doesn't make you, the men less. That's just where her rightful place is. The matriarch. We ain't causing no wars and fighting over folks. And we come together and get some stuff. Some women. And what did the men do? Y'all got out our way.
Yep.
And we all stayed in one big house while we been here. And nobody got in the way of nobody else because everybody overstood their roles and their parts.
Yep.
And complete strangers. We all met less than a year or two ago. But because Big Mama's home, they came home. And look at her. Look at her. They overstood the matriarch system. Men, get out of the way. You don't know. The reason why you don't know is because you didn't bring it forth. If you just let the feminine energy run things, everything will straighten itself out. Because we loving on y'all too. I'm not going to allow them to disrespect y'all. Because you have your rightful places here in society too. Just not as head, as they've taught us. But togetherness.
Right.
Two heads is better than one.
All right now.
And until you can get that other head, chill. You know what I'm saying? Chill. It's all right to be alone, to be by yourself. I like my long time. Let him go to work and see what I do. I'm doing me. If I ain't doing nothing but sitting on the couch, talking on the phone like I want to. You know, we be talking about some stuff when y'all leave the house. Sometimes we be talking about y'all in a good way. My work is to loosen up the purse strings, bring order to the house. In order I'm going to bring. I'm going to tell the truth as I've been given from my divinity. Not necessarily have to be your truth, but it will probably bring out the truth in you.
That part.
And how you see a thing. You don't have to see it the way I see it, but it may just wake up something in you that you may give you something to think about. You know, get something on your mind other than what's been going on. You know, because what's been going on is illusion. And because the patriarch system has been ruling over us, the kingdom, it's towed up from the flow up. I come home and get all out in the yards, the windows all broke out, the toilet seats, all the condoms and all the pills and syringes and the dirty mattresses and the dirty dishes. And ain't nothing been done in the house. And I done come to a house that's just damn near need to be bulldozed and start over again. And that's what I'm gonna do. And whether you want me to or not, I'm gonna bring some order. I might have not been strong enough when I first got, wind of who I am and folks tipping around me, giving me bits and pieces. I'm glad they did that way, because I would have walked away and said, I don't know who's going to do that. Who, me? I had to grow into this. And I'm going to tell you, and I know that there's no one here that is envious and jealous of me. But those of all that are out there, she ain't, well, come on and walk in my damn shoes. Because these shoes ain't comfortable sometimes. And I have to lay up and at night sometime and walk the floor and try to figure it out and ask the spirits of the ancestors to help me to do this in bringing order, the matriarch order back into nature and the the thing. A lot of losses. And sometimes losses is good for us, so don't ever think that it's a bad thing to lose anything. Because sometimes it's dead weight. And losing things and people will lighten the load for you. And because it will lighten the load for you, don't be so hard on yourself and beat yourself up because you don't see them no more. It's okay. Because there's a new family on the way. And so, don't be discouraged. Now, go back to Malachi. But the man robbed God. Now y'all know who God is, right? So get in the church today. Give it to her so she can multiply. She will open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you don't have room to receive. If you just put the S back on heat. And the balance will come back on its own nature and terms. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? So bring the tithes to her so that she can multiply. And if she's not a good steward of it, then hold on to it for her and teach her. Because after all, we do emotional spending, don't we, ladies? How many pairs of shoes do we have in the closet from emotional spending? Oh, I'm coming down our street. Don't think you innocent. Because we ain't innocent worth for nothing. I just gonna get these $50 and spend on these shoes while he at work, hide them in the trunk, under the bed. You know them new shoes? No, baby, I've been had them. Notice you got a little extra out of the bank today. What you do? Oh, I had to do something with it. Yeah. Y'all know. We have to stop spending in their system is where I'm getting to. Because when you spend, it doesn't come back to you. You got to start circulating with each other. I don't know if y'all noticed, we didn't have very many vendors yesterday. That was on purpose. You look in your own house first and see what you got in your own house.
That's right.
And then what you don't have in the house, that's scraps for other folks. So I purposely, anytime we're in charge of something, these ladies up here got businesses. And I say, okay, we may got one or two that's got the same thing, and they get together and decide, well, you can sell that and I'll sell this over here. Yeah. And never be in competition with each other.
That part.
It's a good practice.
Yes, it is.
To start at home first so that you can circulate. Because I figure if they circulate it, then they're going to circulate some of that over here so we can get other stuff done.
Neither shall your vine cast fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts. There was 3 of them. Which one?
From that memory, because there's a different version of it. Because
I got this. Which one? You just go first.
you remember, I remember. Okay. Go ahead. 3:11. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes 3, 7, 3,
Oh, 7. Okay, I was supposed to say. Okay. Okay. Ever since the time of your ancestors, you have turned away from my decrees and have not kept them and returned them to me. And I will return them to you, says the Lord Almighty. But you ask, how shall we return? Will a mere mortal rob God? Yet you rob me. And you ask, how are you robbing me? In tithes and offerings, and you are under a curse, and your whole nation, because you are robbing me. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, and there may be food in your house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see when I throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there is not room enough to store it. And I will prevent the pests from devouring your crops and your vines and your fields. And when I drop the fruits before you and ripe, says the Lord.
Bring them. Tithe with your nation. Stop spending with them. The head of state is here, standing before you. I'm not trying to hold church. I'm just trying to hold enlightenment. And I'm an ambassador of enlightenment. And so, when you don't do right by her, because we are, after all, we're the ones that were multiplied for you. So stop robbing us of our rightful fruits of our labor, of your labor. Stop giving it to the churches, because we are the church.
That's right.
And they know that. They know that. You'd be surprised who all know it. But you know what? The tides are turning on them. Look at the news. It tell you that all these folks that are out here robbing and raping children and doing all this stuff is coming out. It's been in the churches and it's been in the families for generations, and we're going to break them generational curses.
Yes.
We're going to reaffirm the death of the conjurer. And who doesn't know what the conjurer is? Okay. The conjurer is that spell work they've been heavily on us. It started here with Christopher Columbus. Why y'all think we chose Tallahassee? Y'all think we just chose this place for nothing?
I say.
Cause I wouldn't want to be in Miami if I'm gonna be so doggone
I
well.
say.
On South Beach or something. Okay? But the creation of Christopher Columbus may or may not be true.
Come on.
Y'all better know that these attorneys have created these characters
Come on. Come on.
for us to believe in. They cartoon characters. And what makes it so even devastating for us, they call them Caucasian people.
Watch out. Come on now.
But they look like us. They look like us. It's our own people that has put us in the state of being that we've been in. Because our skin ain't kin.
Come on now.
So we're going to end the illusion. We ended it yesterday, right? Yesterday. And I'm not going to even talk about the reason why I was born. But y'all heard about that earthquake in New York. Y'all heard about the earthquake in New Jersey. And whatever else has been going on. How many of you used your ATM card and it wouldn't tell you had no money in the bank? Raise your hand. And I'm telling you, it's coming. Because Rare Bird is here to take it all back.
I say. I say.
I have the banking redemption seals. I got the allodial title and the assets that they couldn't use. They just told y'all, they just was messing with y'all. But I'm getting ready to stop messing with my people. Stop messing with your minds. Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself. Get in touch with yourself. And if you can't listen to yourself quite yet, just listen to me and I'll give you back you.
Say.
Now, because I hold the allodial title, the illusion that they owned everything and all the fluff, you know, that television, turn that thing off. It's lying to your eyes.
Yes,
And just lying to your spirit. And every time you let it in, you're abomination to yourself. Because you're not going inside and getting in touch with you. And listening to you. Stop listening to that TV. The people that created it are the same people that enslaved you. And they enslaved you in your mind. And that's the worst kind of slavery to have when you think you're free and you're not.
Whoa. Whoa.
Invisible shackles are the worst and the most dangerous ones. The ones you can't see. So, when they put themselves on TV and said they own this and own that, they don't even own the paper that they print their foolishness on. Because every time they cut down a tree, it's our land.
I say. I say.
It's not backed by anything. They can't back it because they don't own it. Every banking system, every asset, in ground, outside, rents, buildings, and all of that held in the allodial title that my work is to give it back to the rightful people. I don't own it. My work through the foundation is to restore and redeem. Shalagi means the original people. Not only the Cherokee nations, but I sit the seat for all tribal nations. And not only have I been patiently waiting for you all, but I've been patiently waiting for them to clean this stuff up so I can get to work. Because I can't put new wine into what? Y'all better say that thing. So, we're going to do now, I think, I'm going to close. Yes, with this. Am I going to do this? Am we getting ready to do this now? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to call Rising Phoenix up, and we're going to come right here. Thank you. Doesn't it look beautiful today? And the only reason why I look beautiful is because other folks beautified me today. Okay? I'm housed and draped in things that people made for me. This, and John, if you could please, complimentary of Saeed Muhammad in Philadelphia. The hat, well, I don't want to call it the hat. What's the word? Start with C. Cador, right? Cador, okay? Because I'm going to say mine the last, okay? And the head pieces, please, ladies. Please. Because I'm going to acknowledge people who stand behind me and stand beside me and in front of me. Because y'all know, when y'all see me, y'all going to see them too. We come as a package. The ladies, their head pieces. The men folk that don't know. Where Helene at? Come on, sweetie. Because I am not going to leave this microphone without. Now, you know the beautiful blue one that I had, that you all, the world have saw? And this one right here, this is the complimentary of Chief Armor. We love you. You make us look good, girl. You make us look like ourselves. And we're grateful for you. Your talents and your gifts. You know, among other things. But you're a humble person and a person that's willing to serve at any cost. Even if it's mean you up all night. Because she was all night finishing up my headpiece today. All night long. It's taken her months to finish this up. And I also want to recognize Miss, I can't pronounce her name right. Could you stand, please, and pronounce your name? Because I'm not going to butcher up your name. Come on up. Come on up. I'm never going to overlook anybody from the person that wiped the toilets. Because when we get what we going to get, the person that cleaned the toilets is going to make the same one as the CEO.
All right now. All right now.
Because they just as important. Because we got to go in them bathrooms. Somebody got to clean them. Why you can't honor the person that cleaned the toilets? Because that's where I'm going to be, honoring the people that people look over.
That's right.
But I want to honor her beautiful self. The purple under my attire, she put together for me, and another piece that I can wear at a later date. So I want to thank you. And you don't worry about stuff. It worked out. Okay? Don't worry about it. It is what it is. That's going to make me come on back down the road and come see you. And they will tell you I will show up at your house.
She will. Yes, she will.
How many of you got surprise phone calls from me up in here? See that? I'll talk to some people. I'm not an empress that you can't touch. And out there, when I saw you all's faces yesterday and you had the ropes up there and security, no, you can't. When mama show up, is what I want. And y'all have to govern yourself accordingly. Out there, y'all drive all the way, and some of you scrape to get here that I won't touch and hug you. You drove, and I acknowledge that. Go ahead, give yourself, yeah. It's too much of separation of highness and high and mighty.
Yeah.
All that don't serve nobody no kind of purpose. But I like to take my shoes off and I want to lay in the grass with you as I did yesterday and love on you and make you feel like that you are somebody, because you are. And nobody's told us that in a long time. So we suffer because of that. Because we have put ourselves second or third. But I want to thank you all of you. Thank you. Now, Idula, you come on this side of me, please. And Rod, you come on this side of me, please. This is the confirmation of the death and then the rebirthing of the nation. So, Phoenix is going to reaffirm the death.
I rise in Phoenix as the death and birth doula for all of the tribal nations under the authority of the Imperial Empress of the tribal nations. Reaffirm the death of the Pisceanic age and the old system as of yesterday, Saturday, April 6, 2024.
So today, we have a new birth record. And they gave it to me. Come on. And Rod gonna second and be the witness of the death. Witness it.
I witnessed that.
Now this is the note. Magical, and this I wrote from the Spirit. Fresh this AM. Magical DNA, the recorder and register of all Akashic records, known as the recorder of the deeds, your deeds. Spirit manifested in the flesh at the point of entry. Your state of being is sovereign as it relates to being a spirit manifested into existence into the flesh, now known as the state of consciousness. Recorded as the certificate of live birth. This certifies by affidavit that the sunrise and set, which is the true recorder of time and space. We, the people on this planet, have and always will be a sovereign with feminine and masculine energies. Yes. We decree that we are free indeed spiritually. We are wonderfully and beautifully made in the image of matter known as Mother and presented to this planet known as Gaia, Mother Earth, by way of a portal called the womb, weighing your weight, our weight, in silver and gold, known as the DNA. We decree that we are sovereign souls housed in a body to have the hue, H-U-E, man experience. We are truly the infinite ones, known as the Ayin Sof, disguised as the U.S. of A. You are Sophie when you unscramble the U.S. of America. Just take the words U.S. of and put an A on it. You Sophie. We decree that we are governed by the fruits of our spirit and that we shall have no other God before us. We decree that we shall be trustees and caretakers of Mother Earth and that we shall leave her better than we found her. Empress Chakra Rarebird Nigrant, certified sovereign soul. On this day of April, the what? 2000 and what? 24. Which is the what? Feminine energies. Now, I need the doula to certify.
Our rising phoenix, as first doula of the nations, hereby grant the birthing, which is the rising of the phoenix, and the new birth of the baby. And certify of our new beginnings on this Sunday, April 7th, 2024.
Confirm.
Confirm.
It is so. I've had the birthing of the nations.
Like I said, what's going on here?
I now turn it back over. One more, excuse me, I forgot. Thank you. I forgot this. Can I give one more thing? Please do. And thank you.
You know, you all saw these yesterday.
Elliot, stand back up. Librarian, stand back up. Now come on up. Thank you. Now, things happen in life that when you're called, right, and you obey even when it seems strange. You know, my life has been a good life for the most part. And most of my life, and I've had rough times in my life because I caused it myself. I ain't gonna blame nobody for any hardship that I've ever had, because if you look at your own self, you're the reason. Whether you're unconscious and don't know, or whether you just conscious and you still do it anyway. It's still insane, right? But this particular calling as Empress was bestowed upon me at birth, before I got here. My birthday is 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're in the 8th year. And if you don't understand what them numbers mean, let me just explain a few things. Those numbers are really coming backwards because you were a perfect 10, always have been. And the tree of life is flipped upside down. So you came in head first and got your butt spanked. And instead of you coming in feet first, they call it breach.
Wow.
And it breached the contract, breached the agreement, breached this, breached that. You know what I'm saying? And we come in head first and they say, oh, you need to cry when you're born in this realm. Because you born into unconsciousness and we forgot who we are and where we came from. Because this ain't y'all. Don't think that you got to let go of all of this and thinking that I got all. And that, no, you don't need to hold on to it. Let it go. Just enjoy the journey. Don't try to own nothing.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Rent.
Yes.
Rent. You'll never own it. You're just using it. And they know it. Lease it. Because it's a liability. I'm telling y'all something to help your pocketbooks. I like rent now. I don't care to own it. And if I do, I'm going to learn how to trust it.
Come on.
Now, that's another, let me get somewhere. Visionary, right? Visionary found me. You know that man with the keys on the Matrix? That's him. He's guided me all the way through this whole process. Empress? Yeah. Go there. And don't mess up. You got to go to Egypt.
Come on now.
You know, he knows more than he can tell me. But I just have to be obedient. It's because of him we got the land back, y'all. Y'all better thank him. Tell them to cut that arrow. Cut the arrow. It's all, I guess we're just generating heat up in here. Okay. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I didn't know him. I never knew him. I don't think I ever will know you. I just know your spirit. And my spirit is obedience. And although sometimes you think you mess up and I mess up or we mess up, we don't be messing up. We just be getting where we supposed to go. But I always remember you saying, I'm just a spirit.
I'm just a spirit blowing in the wind, going where I'm needed.
And he's gone where he needed. I needed him, and he found me, and to finish the process of my emperorship, and he been carting me around and trying to boss me around, and I got a lot of bosses up here. Y'all think I be trying to do things? I cannot do anything on my own. They own me. Okay, I can't act up if I wanted to. Okay, but I want to thank you. He had this vision. How many of you seen these before? Where you seen them at? Tell me. On where? Okay, but other than me, do you know what these are? I'm the only one have. But if you look at Lily, the way of me, she has them in her. But before there was Lily, there was Isis.
Yes.
Before there was a Eve,
Come on now.
there was Isis. And if you look on your program, and was it yesterday's program, you would have saw that both of my parents hid me in their names. Bessie, E-S-S-I-E. Isis. My father, Isaiah, I-S-I-S-I-H. The will, son, the will of the son. She came, not on a donkey. She came on a ram's head. I was first and the last, the beginning and the end. I have the wings of Isis on my back, inside of me, and they have saw it, and it's noted, duly noted. In my DNA, I have the banking codes 138, and if you decode 138, it's ACH. And where do you know ACH from? You doggone right. People know me before I know myself, and he's one of them. And I'm grateful that I listen to you. And I'm grateful I'm humble enough to have this work to do, because it takes a humble person to do this, because most of folks will take this stuff and think it's theirs, and then come up with the ego and all of that. I don't have any of that, because I'm from the sun, a place called Empress. It's a place inside the sun that's called Empress. That's where I'm from, the core of the sun. In my birth chart was the dot that's getting ready to happen tomorrow, the eclipse. And I'm going to tell you, I came in on the 11th house, on the 11th house. So don't get it twisted that you better know who's standing in front of you. Spirit is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about flesh, but I'm talking about recognize my spirit that's inside of me. I came in on the 11th house on the zodiac sign. It wasn't nothing there but the sun, the dot on my birth chart. So I'm here for a purpose. And that eclipse, and I don't know if y'all have heard the world and some of the Caucasian folks talking about my coronation today, and how stuff is happening, and how folks are scared, and what's going to happen. What's going to happen is order. That's right. This is the year of the land. And every time I go to, when I had the first powwow, and, everybody telling me, you always tell me what to get and what to do. I'm like, why are you telling me to get this stuff? And I'll be like, I don't know how to use it. You just always say, you'll learn, you'll know when it's time. Helena made the shims for me. And these are the healing rods. I'm getting ready to heal the land. And I had them on me yesterday. They was in my pocketbook, but they were hid. So they had already healed the land yesterday by the signal of the what? The dragonflies and the eagle. That was a symbol when the rainbow appeared in the sky, and all the things that was going on up under you. You was drawing that strength. The land was healing. It was already doing what it do. I didn't have to do nothing but just have it on me. So the land is already healed. So all you got to do is just walk in it. So now, I'm closing.
I didn't bring my light because I didn't have to bring my missing side. Who all know who Master Mason is? Yeah, it's the star mama. That's so adorable.
That's right.
Don't get it twisted that I think I'm the only one, because that's what people mess up in. I'm the only one. I know this, but no, we're all special if you choose to be. To walk in your divinity. So yes, I'm the Master Mason, and any man that don't want to accept that, stay in your darkness.
I say.
Because we are the light.
That's right.
We got the light. You can't just put it on there, the symbol, and you know, I
Thank you,
got
Priest.
the light, and you got the, all that regalia, all your, you know, it don't mean nothing, because the truth is the truth. Just accept the truth that we are the Master Masons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Get it on, give it up.
We are everything. Everything.
And these men that's in these lodges don't open up them doors and let us in and let us sit with you, be with you. What two men? What y'all gonna do with each other? They can't do nothing. They can't do nothing with each other. So all that go on in the lodge we in, let no women in, stay on over there. But the men who let us in, y'all gonna prosper. I promise you that. That y'all got on the thing, you got to be initiated by mama. Come on now. You can't, another man can't initiate another man. You gotta have a woman. Don't change.
All over, baby. It's a wrap. I love it. tell the truth. She tell the truth. We everything. Trying to hold this real quick? Or you ending it? You ending it with a song? Yeah. Like she said, the ones ain't showed. You better get right.
What is happening? That's what we started with, right? She showed you what's happening. It is so ordered. Yes, the old is passed away, and behold, all things are new. Yeah, so we're at the point in the program, family, where we are firmly establishing the order of the imperial coronation, the order of the thing. Because that's what this one brings. This one, y'all hear me? This one we bring an order to the thing. And it's been established. It's been so ordered. So now this is your opportunity in the program for the imperial acknowledgments of Her Majesty, the nation's matriarch, presiding chief, and head of state, Empress Rare Ingrid, born Sharon Wilson Dye. Head of state, Empress Rare Ingrid, born Sharon Wilson Dye. Excuse me, Sharon Victoria Wilson Dye. And it's going to be your opportunity, and we're going to do this in divine order, your opportunity as the heads of your own clans, tribes, nations, however you decide to identify yourselves, to either one of three things, and this is going to be done in divine order, to either acknowledge and accept, or to decline, or to decline, or three, be undecided, to be duly noted for and on the public record at this time. And this is how we're going to do it then. Let all those who acknowledge and accept Her Imperial Majesty, Her Royal Highness Empress Rare Ingrid, as presiding chief and head of state, please stand. And head of state, please stand. And we will, because it's all of us,
state our name when asked. Tribe, clan, or nation, however you are identifying yourselves. And it shall be duly noted for and on the public record that by standing and stating be so ordered. So rather than doing this one at a time, because we don't have a 2 or a 3, all of us being in agreement on, acknowledge and accept you. Acknowledge and accept you as our Imperial Majesty, Her Royal Highness Empress Ingrid, Presiding Chief and Head of State. Say our names. State our names. And we can all say it. Yes, open your mouth. Now is the time. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Blackfoot Tribe, Nation, Cherokee Nation. Tribe, Nation, Cherokee Nation. And it is duly noted
fantasies of love could really be. So let us go to a place only lovers go, to a spot that we've never known, to the top of the clouds we're floating away. Yeah. And oh, it feels so crazy how this love is blazing. And baby, we're so high, we're walking on cloud nine. So high, I can touch the sky. Oh, maybe later we can take a trip to the moon and sail among the stars before the night is through. And when morning comes, we'll see the sun, which is not so far. And we can't get much closer to God than where we are. So let us go to a place only lovers go, to a spot that we've never known, to the top of the clouds we're floating away. Yeah. Oh, it feels so crazy how this love is blazing. And baby, we're so high, walking on cloud nine. So high, we can scrape the sky. Oh, so high, yes, yes, yes. On cloud nine. Cut music so high, cut music so high, so high, so high, cut music so high, so high. While we're floating away, and ooh, it feels so crazy how this love is blazing. And baby, we're so high, we're walking on clouds.
I guess this is the official. Okay, I guess this is the official conclusion of the matter, right? That everyone having. Everybody that agreed, just let's do a collective yay, a scream, and that's going to be the conclusion of the whole matter, okay? I ain't going to get back on this microphone. 3, it's going to be the conclusion of the whole matter, okay? I ain't going to get back on this microphone. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Okay, I ain't going to get back on this microphone. 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Can I get everybody else to stand back for a few? Yeah. Is this I don't know.
Hey, y'all, we had that.
He's handing it to me.
Hang on, stay tuned. You need one? You need one?
Mother Empress said she's going to stay on the stage, and if there's some people that want to take a picture with her, towards the stage, one at a time.
Take a picture? Come on up.
She'll take a picture with you all, so let me know.
Come on up.
She'll take a picture with you all, so let me know.
It's a bottom bed right there. Cover a lot of ground. I want to just get out there. Slide one in. Yeah.